And once again, good evening, everyone. Hi, we're back here. We're back game. Hi, I can talk English. It's been a long day. My allergies have been kicking my butt all day. It's just been a nightmare. But that's the nature of living where I live and being allergic to stuff. Yay! Fun. Anyway, we're back with more game development time in RPG Maker. Well, specifically, we're continuing where we left off last time, where we were working on the story outline, and we're still working. We've got part 1 and part 2 of Act 1 hatched out, and that's the important part right there. Now we're getting into the meat of Act 1, which is going to be, I don't know how much of it going to take up here and everything like that, but it is going to take up some. But yeah, for those, once again, who don't know who I am, on the YouTube side of thing, my name is Hiita, VTuber, lovely, yes, you probably realize that, I am a guy, I don't care. Anyway, I brought Kinu up today, so Kinu, the AI pet companion thing, she's down over there. I don't know why she's down over there, but she apparently she's upset that I didn't take her with me on vacation or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. So mostly, like I said, we are going to be working on that specifically. You know, we're working on the story specifically. Actually, I'm gonna do one thing real fast. I'm just going to do Alright, there we go. Just updated her, a little update to her character, pretty much. So, you know what, I'm also going to go ahead and just have her enable read everything. So she's going to read everything. Anything gets typed out, I'm just going to type this in right now, just to make sure it's working. Hi, Kinu. There we go. See if she actually reads that.
Hiita Kamui says, "Hi Kinu." Hello, Hiita Kamui. It's always a pleasure to spend time with you on the stream. Ready to explore new games and exciting topics together? If you have any questions or need assistance with anything, feel free to let me know. Let's make this stream a fantastic experience for everyone.
But there we go. So yes. Again, I do apologize if I'm coughing. The allergies give me a dry throat, and it's just pain in the butt. That's all I will say. But once again, we do have RPG Maker up here for specifically making the music. Specifically, why we have it up here, to give us a little bit of background music to work on as well. I think we will change the music. Let's go ahead and, you know, let's just, well, let's see, we're gonna do this. Oh, not that one. I don't like that one. That one's not. That one doesn't fit the zone. Build 3. There we go. That's what we'll do. This. So we have that, and everything of the like. So, alright. Where did we leave off? Let's run over what we've done so far. So we get a little bit of background information and an opening cutscene, explaining the world, maybe a little bit of foreshadowing of future plot and everything like that in the opening cutscene. And then we cut to meeting Rena as she walks in from the top of Nuremberg here. We've seen this, was that a quest? We've seen it many a time before. She comes in from the top here, walks down, talks about how, like, oh man, her last mission went terribly and everything like that. Of course, the cutscene will showcase her walking back into town And that's my ultimate goal is to have it like show a cutscene of her coming back to town, and we pick up right where she arrives in town and she starts explaining the story. So that's where we meet Rina, learn a little bit about her bad luck. Then we get our first quest and the first set of side quests, which is pretty much get a new sword, go talk to the guild, do guild related stuff, and also explore the town and everything alike. The first quest is to hunt wolves, like basic wolves, and then you learn like the basic combat system from here. So we learn how to use skills and everything like that. All the pretty standard RPG elements of like starting off a new game. That's what the first part of it is. During the travel, which we're gonna go back over to here now, when we look at the maps, so Northern Plain 1 only has wolves. Northern Plain 2 only has wolves. I might do a little bit of a cutscene. Either in Northern Plain 1 or Northern Plain 2 or 3. But we'll have a little cutscene where she's walking by and she sees a passing goblin. And we basically fight the goblin and be like, well, I need to report this to the guild as soon as I can. Otherwise things are going to be troublesome and everything like that. So that's that part right there. So we return to the guild. And then, you know, she explains that the goblins are here. It's like, okay, we'll look into it and find out that Rina needs more money. So we'll learn a little bit more about Rina's backstory because she's the main character. Afterwards, she gets assigned a special request mission, and that is and that's where we introduce our second playable character, Francis. And the mission is to train him as a new adventurer. So they go out, they hunt wolves and goblins, and learn other systems like the gathering system and the crafting system. They will learn a bit more about like fighting systems and stances and everything like that, or like other like special skills. And then at some point we learn that Francis is not as skilled as he says to be. So pretty much Francis is lying about who he is, and we find out about this just really quick because he's a high-ranking adventurer, but he's a newbie, and that his skills aren't really true, and everything like that. He's a fighter; he can fight. Right, he's not useless, but he doesn't know anything. And Rina realizes this, and it's like, hey, I don't want to do this. He gets frustrated, goes back to Mana, but Mana, the guild rep, makes a deal, and she continues to train Francis. The next day, the next thing we go learn about gemstones. So, the gemstones is how we grant other skills and everything like that. So we learn about gemstones and skill types and everything. So we learn about gem skills and everything. And then we take on another quest in the Northern Forest. During that quest, I said it could be something simple like, you know, go investigate the Northern Forest and everything like that. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate that cough. I really do. But when they're in the Northern Forest, they complete the quest, then they run across the first boss battle, which we already have established. In the dev room right here. That's this guy right here. The Tiger Bunny is what we run across. I'm gonna run out of water before the end of the stream. I know I am. It's the most talking I've done in the last hour, so my throat is gonna be parched as all hell. So once we had the boss fight with the Lightning Rabbit, they return to the Adventurers Guild, and Rina kind of goes off, and Francis asks a little bit about Rina because, you know, maybe a cutscene happens where like she's made fun of and everything like that. In good humor, of course. But Francis learns a little bit more about Rena and how like it seems like she has some sort of unknowable curse on her that just gives her bad luck. It's just she's unlucky. And we learn a little bit more about Rena. Then we'll cut to a few days later, and we get. Now we're into part 2 when we get to this point right here. Also, we cut to a few days later, and we learn about the Goblin Hunt, and we go through a little briefing. And then something happens. I don't know what happens. Like the goblins are attacking. All right, everyone go. Goblin Herd sons. Rena and Francis team up, and they head out. So, during the fight and everything like that, probably in Zone 1, where it's a little bit more safe, we'll have an ambush as we get near the exit of goblins. But somewhere around here, like, we'll learn from some of the adventurers, like, they're using poison weapons. Very dangerous indeed. Well, thankfully, from learning up to these systems, we learned how to make antidotes. So we know how to make antidotes. And hopefully give people a thing. I will also have a shop available, like maybe the item shop person has a quick setup shop there with limited items and everything like that you could buy. The point is that, you know, there's poison. They learned about the goblin's poison. So as I think they just turned on a few things, so I need to. There we go. Just in case if they did turn on something, I've opened my window. Hopefully it's blended cool air. Unfortunately, also let in the pollen because, you know, allergies that exist in the world. Yay, fun. Anyway, so we learned about fights and poison. Then, once we get to Zone 5 here, because you will be directed to Zone 3. But once you get to Zone 5, as we start heading up here and everything like that, and what I'll probably do is I'll probably add like barricades and stuff like that, or something is going on where it's like you can't travel this shortcut route, you have to go this way, you can't cut up this way. So the map will change to direct the player where they need to go. And when they get over to here, a cutscene will happen where they hear the sounds of fierce fighting. They'll come up into this area here and see our next major character, Nova. We'll have a little cutscene where Nova's fighting, and a mini-boss sequence happens, where Nova joins the fight, and we have Nova there. Once the fight's over, we get a little cutscene with Nova, learning a little bit about her. She joins the party for the rest of the scenario and fights on. From there, we'll have more fights going on till we get to the Goblin Nest. The Goblin Nest over on map 7. So we'll come into here and immediately a cutscene will play where all characters will come to the forest and hide in the forest, and we'll see the goblins coming in and out of this cave here. Maybe they'll drag in an unconscious adventurer. Who knows? It's like dastardly people. And then once we have that cutscene, the players will enter the first dungeon, the Goblin Cave. So this cave will be, you know, like the first dungeon, difficulty, everything like that. They'll come across traps, puzzles, and more cutscenes and fights and everything like that. Then we get to the big boss fight, where we have, you know, the Goblin Horde leader or whatever. It's a Goblin Shaman. Why not? Oh my god, I hate this. After they beat the boss, they find out that the goblin had a dark artifact. No idea what this is, but it's a bad artifact. They return to the guild and report the artifact. And then they'll cut to a day later, you know, where they've all been called in, and they'll get tasked to go north to the northern village, which is located beyond the northern forest, which we have not made yet. So we haven't made anywhere further north. Oh my god. I hate this. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry about this. I am taking medicine for it, but it is a slow medicine, and I am stubborn, and we'll leave it at that. Anyway, so, now then. So once we get there, let's get started on our part 3 of the planning process here. So, when they start heading north, let's see what we're gonna do. Let's see what they'll do. So, when heading north, we're gonna learn a little bit more, learn lore. There we go. Learn more about lore of Nova. And have a mini boss in the northern forest. So that's what it is. Hold on a second. They're asking if I want the fam's asking if I want strawberry chocolate strawberry chocolate. So chocolate strawberry. I don't. Yeah, I can't help. Unfortunately. I'm gonna enjoy not talking for the rest of the night after this stream, but you know, that's just me. Alright. Let's do, you know what, let's do, what do white chocolate? I think they're only doing one flavor, so, anyway. So with that in mind, so that is the thing, we got a mini boss, and that's, how many spaces is that? I only said one space. Thank you very much. Okay. This, here. There we go. So we got that. Shut up, dog. Being too noisy. So once we're in the northern forest, so while we're in the northern forest and everything like that, we'll make our way to the next town. I don't know what the next town is called. Well, we make our way to the next town. In the next town, we have other cutscenes and everything like that. And let's do this actually. You please go away. Up here, out of the way. Thank you very much. All right. We get cutscenes. And we get told to go to the Adventures Guild. We'll just call it Adventures Guild headquarters. AGH. Why not? We're lazy about that. Yeah, we get told to go to the Adventures Guild. Oh my god. And at the Adventures Guild, we learn. Learn about powerful mage. We learn about a powerful mage that is currently around somewhere. They don't know where this mage is. They say that she's gone somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. This is where, like, I gotta figure out what I plan to do with my game and the grand total scheme of the map, because Let me see. Let me do this real fast. I do not. Okay, never mind it. Do this real fast. Let's do this real fast. So, boop, boop. All images. Let's come to here. Let's go to here, and we'll drag this into here. Just so we have the visible thing available to look at. Alright, so. So. Right here we have our map. The map where this game is taking place. The game is taking place in Cestria, my D&D world. And it's taking place in this region here. This is the region that my game is taking place in. For point of whoa, stop that. Stop that. I say stop that. For reference, Rhineville is here, I believe. Yes. Rhineville is this location right here. Because when we look at where the players went, they started off over in this general area. Actually, they started off here. And they came down this way. And they came down this way and discovered that, hey, there's something going on here. And then they went over to here, and then they went out here, and then they went down over to here. So that's where my players in my D&D campaign were. So this right here is the area that this game predominantly takes place. In these 3 to 4 cities. What I'm probably going to do is... Yeah, what I'm probably going to do... Because in all technicality, as we zoom really far in on these pixels, because that's what they are, Rena technically starts up here, is working her way down this way, and then makes her way back into Nuremberg. Nuremberg is right here. The Goblin Nest is over in this general area. Yeah, the Goblin Nest is in this general region right here. It's a hilly region and everything like that, and that's where the bomb is. 1 second, I think I'm being called. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. A quick little distraction. Anyway, so this is where part 3 of Act 1 takes place. Takes place in this general area. So what I might do is I might include... a little bit of lore about the Shadowrock Peaks. I'm not sure, though. Keep this in mind. In the meantime, though, zoom back out. But we get told that the mage is out on... I'm not sure. Not sure what they did, but they did stuff. Okay, anyway. The mage is out on research. That's not correct, but I don't care. It's an outline. As long as I know what it says, research. Research. I can't spell. But we learn that the mage is out on research. So, this means that... the mage is out on research, and they don't know where it is. So, they take on side quests. we take on some side quests. These side quests include a number of things like go out and kill stuff, go out and do things, help people around town, and etc. We'll take on some side quests. Not sure exactly everything I'm going to plan for it, but maybe I will include a little bit of world expansion in. We're going to put that down there. It needs to be down there. But maybe we'll have like a bit of the maps going off in this direction, and maybe we'll include this town right here. Maybe. But we won't include anything beyond this point. But maybe, yeah, we go up this area. We'll seal off this area because this is the capital. This is the human capital, and this area is sealed off. And we don't go to this part. We don't go to this side of the river in the game. We stick to this side of the river predominantly. So in this little delta area, and maybe up into this area right here. But predominantly, as I'm just going to do this real fast. This is the area our game takes place in. This entire zone right there. That's the entire play area of our game. So, with that in mind, we take on some side quests. These side quests can range from anything, but, you know, just some side quests. And once the side quest is done, we either learn... we learn the location of the mage. We'll take a quick swig of water and have some strawberries real fast. Hold on. Oh, I'm being called real fast. Hold on a second. Never mind, they weren't calling me, they were calling another person. Alright, anyway. So this is where the hard part comes in. What? Yeah. Such a confusing amount of weird chocolate. Didn't quite get it very well, but I won't take it. It's free. It's snack food. Problem with cold chocolates, it's stuck to the plate. Alright. That a little bit. So moving on. Alright. We learn the location of the mage, and pretty much the next part of the quest is quite straightforward and simple. We travel to Mage. We travel to the Mage and everything like that, where we're going to enter into... where we're gonna enter in our second dungeon. That's what we're gonna do. Enter second dungeon. Dungeon. That is not how you spell it, but okay. Oh, hold on. Let's get rid of that. Dungeon. Spell it wrong in the same way. Dungeon. There we go. Dungeon. I'm terrible at spelling. I'm not worrying about it. So we enter the second dungeon. Entering the second dungeon, where we go about the dungeon itself, solving puzzles, fighting monsters, and finally we get a cutscene of where we introduce fourth PC, same player character because it is the fourth party member. Actually, let's do that. Party member. And I don't have a name for her yet, but we introduced the mage. So we'll call him Mage for now. We find out that, you know, hey, we have the mage. The mage is here. And already we're about halfway through part 3. That's about the halfway point of part 3, where we get introduced to our new character. Basically, I want each part, at least in Act 1, to introduce a new playable character. So there's going to be... So the first 5 parts of Act 1 are going to introduce the remaining 5 characters. So, the typical RPG fashion, I have a 6-player count party system. One second. And this is evident by the fact that I have these right here. So, these are the 5 extra party members that we learn about, which is Francis, Nova, our mage. This is going to be the 5th. It's going to be the next character, but then we also have our last character right there as well. So, we have our characters. So, there we go. There's that. Alright, hold on, I gotta... There we go. Can I scoop you up now? Thank you very much, Sean. You can't see anything with that. I really wish capturing sources on here was more efficient. Because it really does kind of suck. That the only way for me to capture everything I do in this game. So when I bring up any sort of box menu or anything like that, so as an example, I have the plugins map up. You can't see it unless if I show my entire monitor, which is really annoying, but I understand the reason why, because it's supposed to be showing just that. But yes. Alright, let's see. We are 30 minutes into the stream today. Let's go ahead and change our soundtrack. And again, we'll have probably new music for everything once we get around to doing stuff. Town 3. No. Let's do this one. Force theme. There we go. I like that. So, where was I? Yes. Go back over to here now. Alright, so... So we get introduced to the 4th character, and she ropes us in. Ropes party into her mission. Which is currently investigating this dungeon. So we don't actually immediately get into a mini boss fight like we did with Nova, and we don't have a boss fight like we did with Francis. Not yet, at least. Of course there's going to be a boss fight. We have to have boss fights. What RPG is. What's an RPG? What's a dungeon without a boss at the end of it? Anyway, so as we help her out with the thing, we explore the dungeon further. explore dungeon further. Nope. So by exploring, you know what I'm going to do to make my life easy? So by exploring the dungeon further, we learn a bit more lore and everything like that. So that's the important thing. I'm going to try something. Let's do this right here. So that's wherever I put the damn thing, and I don't like it. Hide bar. There we go. There we go. Let's hide that now. And then we can bring it up later as we want. But in the meantime, so from there we learn world lore is what we're gonna do. We're gonna learn more. We're gonna learn about world lore as we explore the dungeon. And then what's a dungeon without a mini boss? So fit the mini boss right in there. Then once we finish mage mission and show artifact at Guildhall. We'll just call it GH. Mage says... we'll say that the mage needs... yeah, we have mini boss. Actually, no. Hold on a second. Let's, let's see. We'll do this. So this would be the start of Act 3 here. So mini boss, more lore. And then we engage into a cutscene. There we go. We have the cutscene. And then finally, the boss. Put that there. Now we're going to take layer 12 here. We're going to copy this again. Drag it down. And we can move that up a bit. There we go. There's part 3. Full dungeon and everything like that, all set to go. Beautiful, done, and the like. Then we're going to come over to here and move on to part 4. So, in part 4, the finish the mage mission, show her the artifact at the Adventurers Guild. We have all that fun there and about that. Mage says, needs her main lab. So she needs her main lab, which is not in the town that they're in. In fact, we're gonna make it so that her main town is over in this area. This is her main town. Which means that we have to go all the way back down to Nuremberg and move on to the next area. Just having the last of my strawberries. They're very good. Chocolate covered strawberries. In both white and dark chocolate. Very sweet, very nice. But yes. So we learned that we have to come down here and go up this way. I don't know why I did that, but there you go. So they start making their way, back to Nuremberg.
Panther Girl 2910 says, spelling one wow. Panther Girl 2910, your reaction says it all. Let's keep the excitement going and make this stream even more thrilling. If there's something specific that caught your eye or if you have any suggestions, feel free to share with us. Let's create a lively and engaging atmosphere together.
Hello, welcome to the chat. We're working on my, if you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Hiita Kamui. Welcome to the chat, I hope you're enjoying it. We're working on our game today, or my game that I'm making in RPG Maker. There it is, it's lovely, that's the dev room. Here's the game, it doesn't look like much. We're doing something slightly different than actual game creation, but something that is, that is equally, if not more important, and that is the story. So what we're doing right now is, instead of writing out everything
Panther
and
Girl
everything,
2910 says, I know you silly from Warrior Stream/server.
Perfect. I love it.
Haha, Panther Girl 2910, it's great to see familiar faces from Warrior Stream/server. We're all here to have a fun and enjoyable time together. If there's anything you'd like to chat about or share from those experiences, feel free to do so. Let's continue the positive vibes and make this stream memorable.
I have Kinu up here to kind of let me know when chat's talking, because if I may be focused on something specific and everything like that. But yeah, we're working on the story outline. So my plan for tackling how I'm going to develop the game and where I'm developing certain things. Because I kind of started making the game with a very basic plan in mind. I know where I want it to end, but I haven't really, gotten to locations and everything like that. So we're working on it. But here's the map of Nuremberg, at least part of it. I do apologize for the coughing. I am suffering from allergies, and yeah, they've just been kicking my butt all day. No, that's too far away. I will suffer. That's how suffering is part of the VTuber's job, right? It's part of the VTuber's job to suffer in many different ways. Ha ha ha. Anyway, but so yeah, I'm basically planning out my narrative and what each sector of the game is going to take place. And for reference, this is my D&D world. This is the land of Cestria, and my game takes place within this little region. Specifically, takes place in too low. Let's click this and let's draw it up here. Specifically, it takes place in this section right here. This is where the game takes place. This entire game takes place in this tiny little section in this massive map otherwise. So, it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be interesting. I need to... That's nothing, alright. We have this. Drag you down to port 3. Oh, right. I gotta figure out where all these things are. I messed up. Fine. So all of you, where are you? You guys are going to be into a new folder called Part 4. There we go. Alright, so that's part 4, and then we're going to hide all you for right now. Then we're going to take all of this right here, and we're going to, oh, apparently I took one of those things. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. We're gonna make sure that they're in there, like that. And now, there they go. Alright, there we go. So, we have that. We have our subdivision of our things. Trying to keep this clean, because this is also the, here's what I'm working on today, the banner as well. So, alright, back to here. We'll say that on their way back, they meet our 6th character, but he doesn't join the party just yet. So they meet the hunter. Don't have a name for him yet, or at least I'm not revealing his name until such a time that I deem fit, and I have a reason for that. And that reason may be explained very soon in my D&D campaign if things go according to plan. If things go according to plan. So we will come to that in a bit. So they meet the hunter. And we just learn a little lore. Meet a hunter, learn some lore. Learn lore. Let's just say that. In addition to meeting the hunter. But the hunter does not join. Why is it PM? Wait, party member. Part ways with hunter. Reach Newinburg. And I know I can't spell, and I'm not worrying about it because it's just an outline. It's just get notes down and be done. So, get to Nuremberg. In Nuremberg, they take a break because we're gonna have to, we have to simulate that traveling for days. So there are several cutscenes. There's several cutscenes and side quests. Now, mind you, there'll probably be several other side quests along the way too, because just having everyone go from point A to point B constantly and skip the narrative doesn't always work out in an RPG. It does for some, but not for a lot. And for me, it's like, okay, I'm gonna take a page out of the Trails in the Sky series, where the majority of plot is just go to point A and do stuff. But if you want better gear, better rewards, and more experience, and more like everything, do the side quests. You get stuff for it, and that's what the side quests I'm going to do in my system are. So like there'll be a job board. I think I actually have it in the Adventures Guild. Map right here. There's a job board right over here. And you'll learn about this like early on in the game too. It's like you'll get job board. Come here, take on side quests. These quests will update every so often. But what's gonna happen is I'm probably gonna have just a list of jobs that are just like, these are the jobs. And when they come back here, there'll be a new set of jobs. And these jobs range from very simple things like go gather berries, go hunt special monster, or go do this quest, deliver item to here, etc., etc. And it's just mostly, a means to do more stuff in the game and allow for progression and growth of the character. Very straightforward, very simple. And then they make their way, and then we make our way south. Let's not say ours. Make way south. On the southern path, there are several fights and everything like that. Maybe some cutscenes. Actually, I think this would be a perfect time. So oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. Hopefully, like I said, the medication I'm taking will start kicking in eventually. It's a slow build-up medication, so it's not much I can do about it until it actually starts taking effect in my system. But hopefully it will kick in at some point, and I'll be able to not cough like a freaking smoker. I don't smoke. Smoking is bad. Don't smoke, kids. It's not good. Yeah, make way south. On path. Cutscene. I hate it. I really do. Cutscene. There we go. Do that. Cutscene. Mini boss. And these are going to be bandits. The biggest threat in Cestria at the time of this thing. Bandit threat is constantly growing, and this would be a perfect time to actually introduce them into the thing. So, after going south, down Nuremberg, traveling in the past, they come across a cutscene where a caravan is being attacked by bandits. Mini boss battle ensues, and we get to have it like during the fight or after the fight. We get introduced to the priest. So while they are talking to, so we meet the priest and everything like that. We get introduced to the priest, and the priest offers to join the party. So they can. Priest joins. Party. Priest joins the party after they get introduced to him. So, we'll just do it like this. That kind of all happened at the same time. I'm gonna take another swig of water. I'm almost out of water just from this alone. Good God. Good God. Good God. Allergies suck, kids. Try not to get them. Not much you can do about it, though. Your body just says, no, we don't like this thing, and it's going away. Alright. So, from here, continue travel. Continue travel. And then at the fork, foreshadow some lore. Francis. That's right. We've gone this entire time. So this is going to be some foreshadowing lore when it comes to Francis, because when we look at the map, there is a fork in the path. One goes south, one goes east. Yes, east. So at this section right here on these bunch of pixels, look at these lovely pixels. There's a little bit of foreshadowing about Francis's path, and a little bit of world lore happening around in this area of the game, which you know is something to be looking forward to. But then they continue traveling along this road. Let's zoom out a bit and hide the map. Why are these all here? I do not like you being here. How dare you be there? Alright. And then at the halfway point, at halfway point, attacked by bandit boss. So this is where the big boss fight of part 3 of Act 1 takes place. So, from here, let's grab this thing right here. We're gonna move it a little bit over. So this is where the big boss fight happens. You know, kind of a dangerous thing. We get a big boss fight from there. But they make it to the third city. So afterwards they make it to third city. We'll have some cutscenes. We'll have some cutscenes, and you know, at times we'll, you know, have party members leave and join the party. So this time, like, the priest will leave the party temporarily, and the mage will leave the party temporarily, saying like, okay, I'm gonna go get my lab set up. I'll meet you there. It's at this location. Priest is gonna like, thank you for escorting me to here. I'm gonna head to the church and do what I need to do. So from here, we'll have some more side quests. And more lore on Rina and Nova. With character development, I'm going to call it CD for Francis. Not nice about Francis. I think I spelled it wrong multiple times, but I don't care. Ah, my goodness. Alright. So yes, there we go. From here, I'm gonna take another swig of water because again we're talking a lot here, guys. All right. So from here, go to Mage's lab. Learn a little about Dark Artifact, which we're going to abbreviate to DA. So we learn a little bit about the Dark Artifact. We don't learn much about it, but a little about it. But then, and we get the notion that we should head back to the main guild inn. But they should head back to Nuremberg, so should go back to Nuremberg. Again, I've spelled this wrong like 14 different times. Can I type in here? Can I type in here, please? Thank you. Fine. Unclick. Type. Thank you. Right. We go back to Nuremberg. Okay. And there'll be other cutscenes in here, but this is the ultimate crux of the story, is that they should go back to Nuremberg. And that's part 4 of Act 1. So part 5, not sure about, well, basically if we're looking at this as like dividing this up into narratives like this, part 5 is probably about halfway through Act 1, which is perfectly fine by me. Again, I don't know. I'm gonna make this game as ever long I need to tell my story, or tell this story. Grab all these. And we're gonna make sure that these are all in part 4. I'm gonna hide them all. Do that. There we are. I'm gonna minimize this. What are you? Nothing. Alright. Oh, it's a text layer that's invisible, that's why. We're gonna delete that layer. There we go. Unhide part 4. Minimize part 4. Oh, it was minimized. Minimize part 4. Come up here. Minimize part 3. Take this divide layer. We're gonna copy it again. Drag it down below here. There we are. So we're subdividing each of our little plot areas so we know where not to cross over. But there we are. The first 4 major parts of Act 1. And I think I'm going to continue developing this on stream for the next couple days. But again, I'm going to make this a shorter stream today. I need to let my voice rest. I need to take into account my own like allergies and everything like that. And that's what we're going to do here. So let me just save this real fast. Done. Saved. All that other stuff. But yes. So I think the next couple of weeks, it's going to be us hashing out at least Act 1. Once we get because Act 1, I think is going, the way I'm planning out Act 1 is going to take us to a majority of the play space area, and I'm going to go ahead and just draw it out again so that we all know where it is. So this is our game's play space area right here. This is the entire play space area of our game. And I think Act 1 is going to introduce the majority of this area, the majority of this land. I don't want the game to be too large. It's not a world-shattering story. It's supposed to be like, here is a legend, here is a forgotten tale, or a tale that isn't like, these people saved the world. No, it's these people saved this region. These people are local heroes. And that's the narrative that we're telling here. And I figured it'd be a nice challenge for me to do, not have a world-spanning story like I am doing for the D&D campaign, because in the D&D campaign, my players started off over here, they went down to here, went over to here, went down to here, went back up to here, and went over to here, and now they're making their way over to here. So currently, they're here. As you can see, they've traveled a long distance already, and I still plan on having them go to a majority of Sestria. Not every place, but a majority of it. Because this D&D campaign, at the end of the day, is to help develop a book series I want to write in the future. After I finish writing, my current series I'm working on, or until I finish off the actual campaign itself. So there's reasons behind my logic and everything. But this game furthering develop this specific region. So there is a method to my madness, and that is my plan. But in the meantime, I think this is where we're going to call it today. For those on the streaming side of things, please stick around for a bit. We are going to go raid another person's channel. I think we might go raid Moontiel if he's still playing Helldivers. Because he's playing Helldivers and everything like that. Oh my goodness. I cannot I cannot make me talk on it. Yeah.
Hello there.
Well, thank you for the follow. Yeah.
Hello there.
Well, thank you. Have double echo. Shut up, me. I don't want to hear myself talk. I do not want to hear myself talk. We're just gonna deal with it. So, yep. He's fighting the automatons like a brave soldier should on the frozen planet, dropping his eagle strikes everywhere. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna go raid Runthiel. You may see me on his stream later if I decide to play Helldivers. If not, well, that's what it is. So raid Runthiel. There we go. For those on the YouTube side of things, if you want to watch these game dev streams live or any of my other live streams, I stream every Thursday and Friday. Usually middle of the day if I possibly can, but sometimes it's inconsistent. I'm sorry about that. That's just the nature of stuff that happens. But you can come down here and check. You can also come on the weekends and see these game dev streams live and in person. As far as the upload times also, I'm going to try and be more consistent with them. Probably make them like a Monday, Tuesday uploads or something like that. Not quite sure, but I'll do what I can. Other than that, yeah, stick around for other content. I am doing an XCOM live stream every other day, and I do D&D every other Friday as well. So this upcoming Friday is going to be a D&D stream, so you get to see more of the land of Cestria in action with players and whatever random nonsense they do. In the meantime, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your night, and we'll see you around next time. For those on the stream side, please join me for Runthiel's raid, and that's a this is a long-winded exit of the thing, so I apologize! But, hey, it's all in good fun. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.